Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to make another card. I know I'm not normally a big card maker, but at this time of year I have two daughters' birthdays coming up in a week or so. I have three grandchildren's birthdays coming up, and then Mother's Day and Father's Day, so I need to make some cards. So this one is going to be another unusual one. You know that I don't make just normal cards. So this is going to be a little bit different. Hopefully it'll turn out like I think, because I didn't have any measurements. I'm just guessing. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. Now I like for my card fronts to be a little bit bigger than normal, but you can make this any size you want. Just, you know, take your mats and cut them down a little bit. Don't make your mats as big as mine. I'm going to score at 4.25. So that's going to be the front of my card, or that's going to be my card base right there. Now I have a piece that is cut. Let me make sure that I get these measurements correct. This piece is cut at 8 by 5. Now you can make this a different color if you want. I'm going to make mine the same color, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So we're going to score at 2.5. and then at 5, and then I'm just going to turn it around since I'm using my little scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at, let's see, I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. So if you're using your large scoreboard, just score at 1/2, at 3, at 5.5, and then that'll get all of your scoring on there. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put our scoreboard aside. Now I have cut just some little panels to go in here. This little panel is cut at 2.25 by 4.75. Now I will put all of these measurements on my blog. So we're going to put that one right there in that first. If you can see where my score line is right there, we're going to put that right there. This is where we're going to write our sentiment, happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, whatever. And I'm going to use a little bit of art glitter glue. Now I just stamped and colored these really, really quickly. No, I didn't do any fancy coloring. If you can see, I just took a little stamp that I'd had for a while and just stamped something up there at the top to keep it from looking so blank. Okay, that's a little bit crooked. Bring it over just a little. Okay, so that's on our first panel, and then for the second panel we're going to use a piece of decorative paper. This is cut the same size, cut at 2.25 by 4.75. And this is out of that Have Faith paper collection, the one that I showed in my video right before this one. This is what this is cut out of. So let's try to get that even with that one. So there's that panel. And then we're going to leave this panel blank. So let's go ahead and fold and burnish on our score lines. Okay. Alright. Now this is kind of the way that this is going to go down inside our card. So let me put this, open this back up. Okay, so you're going to start about 1/4 inch from the end, and you're going to lay this piece down. Now I've just kind of laid it on there, and I'm going to hold it while I pull that up and put some glue under there. So just lay that piece straight down, making sure that it's straight. Now this piece is going to stay popped up, and this one's going to stay popped up. You want to glue this little 1/2 inch part right here. Okay, now before we glue this piece down, we're going to cut out a portion of this front right here. So let me show you what die set we're going to use. we're going to use this spellbinder die that I got in the shop just a few days ago. I think I have that listed up. I'll put the direct link below. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this one for the cutout. And I was going to put the little holes around it, but I think it's going to make it a little bit too flimsy. So all I'm going to do is use that for my cutout. So what we need to do is make sure that we get that centered up. And I'm just going to center it the best I can by eyeballing it. I am not going to measure. I'm just leaving the same amount of space from this score line over and this one over to the end, and then about the same on top and bottom. And then I'm going to use a little piece of tape to tape that down so that when I take it over to my big shot that it's not going to move on me, hopefully. Okay, let's do it right there. Okay, I'm going to take this to my big shot and cut it out, and I will be right back. Alright, that is cut out. And I'm going to save that little piece because we can use that for something else. Okay, as you can see, I cut from the inside and my embossing is in there. So I want this to be embossed on the outside as well. So I'm just going to lay that back down in there, right inside that opening. And I'm going to tape it over and take it back to my big shot and just run it through. Now, as you can see, all that did was, let's see, there we go. We put that embossing on the outside, and then we have it on the inside as well. So we're going to lay this over here, and I'm going to show you how these dies work in just a moment with all of the other little pieces that come with it. Okay, now that we have our opening there, we want to glue this piece down, but you only need to glue up here at the top and here. Don't put any glue right here in the middle. So let's go ahead. Let's see how that's going to work. I'm going to glue it there and open it up. Okay, so lay it down like this. Put a little bit of glue up here at the top and a little at the bottom. And then you just want to close that down. Make sure that everything is laying flat. And there you go. When you open that up, you have a little bit of a box card there. But then we're going to go a step further. And what I did is I took that same die, the same die right here, and I cut this piece out. And then I just trimmed it just the slightest little bit. As you can see, it's just a tiny, tiny bit smaller than that opening. You have to trim it a little bit or it is not going to go in that opening like you want it to. Okay, and I went ahead and stamped it with Happy Mother's Day, and then I stamped this and colored it. And there's no particular rhyme or reason how I colored. I'm not that great at coloring, but I just put some color on there. Now what you want to do is lay this to where you have about 1/4 of an inch. Let me hold it up. You have about 1/4 of an inch between that gap and there, as you can see right there. So lay that down, and then I'm just going to make sure that you got it in the center so that it'll go through that opening there. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that side. So when you open this, then that's going to slide through that opening, and that's how your card is going to look. Just like that. Isn't that cute? When you close it back up, it looks normal, but when you open it up, you've got that little card that slides through that opening. I think that's adorable. Now, since this card kind of speaks for itself and I don't really need anything else on there, I'm just going to put a couple of pieces of bling up here and then we're going to call it finished. It's not going to be anything earth-shattering. I'm just going to use some of these pearls right here, I think. So there is that part. And then you could go ahead and put a few stamps or something inside there if you want to. Write your sentiment right here and close that up, and it is a beautiful card. I loved it. I saw it on Pinterest. Couldn't find who actually made it. When I clicked on the link, it told me that the page was not available. So I have no clue who originated this card, but it is on Pinterest 2 or 3 times. So if you want to check that out, I'll try to find the link and leave it below. It just shows the picture of it. I had to dream up my own measurements on here. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I think it's a cute card. If you wanted to reinforce this right here to make it a little bit stronger, you could just put another piece of paper under here and that would be fine. But I think I'm going to leave mine just as is because I'm going to be handing this one out anyway at church. So, but I think it's super adorable. Alright guys, if you like this card, please give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to our channel already, hit that subscribe button. It's my face right up here. And subscribe to us, and then when that little bell pops up, go over there and click that bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. Okay, we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.